Okay, guys, good morning to you once again. Today is the 29th of November, Thursday. Okay, now look at the background picture. What we have things like Joe Biden. Okay, Joe Biden. We have the crude oil, we have the vaccination, and we have our black swan. Now, the thing is this, over Saturday and Sunday, I received easily at least 20 messages from 20 individuals. They were all very, very impressed. And they're asking me, Kel, how do you know a black swan was coming in? Now, first of all, let me explain to you, I did not expect a black swan, but I kind of tell you that likely, okay, usually when the whole market don't expect something, the opposite will likely happen. And of course, I did not know that this Omicron or Omicron, all right, depending how you would pronounce it, because when I was watching CNBC this morning, there were two different ways of pronouncing this, but I stick with my Omicron, all right? So the thing is Omicron. So Omicron, it is a virus, it's a variant virus from COVID, but the thing is this, I watched the report and it seems like it just happened to infect people and it just caused a little bit more drowsiness, a little bit more flu symptom, and that's about it. So seriously, if there's no threat at the moment right now, but the media and everybody is going crazy about it. All right. And you can see that it's very incredible the way every media is talking about it as if that they know it. But the problem is that no one get to know this thing until recently. And even Dr. Fauci himself, right, doesn't really have much clue of it. So the question is, why suddenly everybody talk about this? And incredibly, it's all the mainstream media talking about it at the same time. And the crazy enough is that, right, who benefited from this? Now, we all know that what happened to VIX recently, right? VIX was going up while the stock market was going up. Well, we all know that whenever the stock market goes up, VIX usually come down. But whenever the stock market goes up and the VIX also goes up at the same time, it's never a good sign. And I repeated this during our MAO session. All right, for those who remember that key REM that I said before, if VIX goes up and stock market goes up at the same time, it's never a good sign. And of course, I covered with you, right, the VIX was trading at 86 to 83 for quite a period of time, and they keep on repeating, and of course, that was another sign. So now the thing is, I always believe in demand and supply. There cannot be, if there's no demand, there'll be no supply. So what happened is that apparently is all right. You can see the VIX was hanging at this level at 16, 17, and we were informing you traders to be very careful. And when it uptick to 19, we mentioned that most likely it will go past 20 rather easily. So we'll talk about this shortly. So to me, is Omicron a black swan or really the best way to defeat inflation? Now, who will benefit most in this? Think about this for a while, guys. Think about this. If let's say now crude oil price is to go down, all right, and all the so-called things, all the stuff prices come down, well, who will benefit the most? Think about this. Which country really needs inflation to go down now? They have to do tapering. But by doing tapering itself, Wall Street won't be happy because Wall Street will make money every other day. So who will be most happy, right? So think about this for a moment, yeah? Key your answer right now. Who do you think will benefit most if, let's say, inflation really drives down? Let me know your view right here, okay? Now, because of that as well, right, you can see what actually happened, yeah? Just give me a moment. Let me just take a quick picture of this little slide here, yeah? Okay. They do some marketing. Sorry for that. Okay. Okay, all right. So disclaimer applied. Please understand this. My job is to inform you how I see the market. Your job is to do your own risk assessment, okay? End of the day, we just have to do that. So you can see you guys have replied, right? Apparently, you can see Liu, Tay, Tommy, you and Jerry, and of course we have Chong Ming. Yes, the United States of America will definitely okay, and then the thing is this, a lot of people will understand that actually US is the best to benefit from this. So that's why, remember, I showed you this picture a couple of days ago. I tell you that, right, the bear itself is being whacked very badly. And of course, I showed it to you. I told you that if only there's only one way to save the bear, and it has to be a black swan. And truth be told, the black swan come with a mask. Okay, a black swan that come with a mask is a black swan with the COVID. And of course, now regardless bear or bull is all right, everybody's afraid. Yeah, this is what is actually happening right now. So of course, it's just joke of the day. We seriously hope that this COVID variant can stop, because we're also quite afraid that because today we have our this VTL between Singapore and Malaysia. We can see that many Malaysians going back to their country, and they are very happy to meet their family members. We really hope that it stays this way. Yeah. All right, but of course, to me, the joke of the day is still given to Joe Biden, because now he has get what he wants. Now, the point is this: when he was trying to inform OPEC to bring down the oil prices, seriously, OPEC doesn't give a hoot. Yeah, of course, all right. Imagine you're the producer of crude oil. Why would you want to lower down the price and earn lesser money? So when US says that, you know what, okay, please do it, they don't care. So they decided to come out and bring out their reserve into the market. But when they put out the reserve, the market react, the market hardly react. So now, suddenly, out of nowhere, really out of nowhere, we have this happening. All right, South Africa, a country that has no COVID, for low COVID numbers, had the vaccination one of the lowest in the world. Somehow, some people cover on it, and then suddenly the market, the number just shoot up. Think about this for a moment. And of course, dramatically, suddenly a lot of countries, more than 25 countries, got the Omicron virus. I mean, I don't know how you see it, but I just find it's too coincidence, too unincredible. So that's why, to me, is that right? Sometimes in life, it's very scary. So look at this, guys. This is what I shared with you last week. On last Thursday, 25th of November, yeah, 26th, I got no MAO. 25th November, I say already, the market is getting a little bit dangerous. I say, why was it dangerous? Because I mentioned this. I say that you can see this is the moving average, right? The special moving average that we are using. For 2 days in a row, the low of the day beautifully touches that point. I mean, we're not talking about touching it and rebound. It's really pinpoint accurate. The market touch and rebound. This is something not usual, okay? And of course, we have seen this so many times before. And I reminded you guys, if the market continue to go up, no problem, that is good to go. But if the market breaks this point, breaks the trend line or the moving average, there will be selling. And really look at the selling, the drawing that I put. Coincidentally, I put that 4560. That was the number that I put. I mean, when I draw it, right, it landed at about 4560. Yeah, it landed about 4560. So take a look, everybody. Look at how crazy it is. Oh my goodness. Okay, the market came down all the way. Okay, all the way to about 4585. And of course, the drawing shows really exactly when the market broke the 4668 technical point. That was where the S&P dropped all the way to 4585 level. Yeah. So this really shows the incredible spot on of this system itself, right? So guys, if you remember that I said this, please key the word spot on for me in the comment box so that, you know, I can use it for my marketing, and also showcase to many people that you just have to follow through and make money accordingly. Yeah. Okay, all right, so you understand my point itself? Incredible, right? You just have to do that, yeah? Thank you very much. Okay, so with that itself, right? Let's look at the other market, okay? The other market, yeah? Remember, I shared about silver. I said that silver may likely be going down lower. I mentioned that silver trading at $23.60. I said that if, let's say, the equity market is to fall further, there is a chance that silver and gold will go up first, but silver most likely will come down. Yeah, because silver itself, right, is not a real defense stock, a defense hedge tool. While gold is more for hedging purposes, but not for silver. Yeah, silver is more for speculation. So what happened? You can see silver price really fell all the way down. Now, my forecast was $23.15. Silver falls down all the way to $22.90. So again, shows pretty accurate on the way we call for buy and sell. Yeah. So all these information are all made available on our YouTube and our Facebook, or you are our students, you get to hear this live. Now, every Monday, I will do my MAO live for public audience, including my students. Then Tuesday to Friday, I reserve it entirely for my own student. So from here itself, every Monday, you can hear me at least once live in person. All right, so once again, congratulations for those who actually make money from the market. This is wonderful. Okay, so now this week is going to be a big week, guys. This week is so big because it crossed into the next month. And apparently, they are going to continue to produce the non-farm payroll. So which means that tonight, okay, oh, sorry, the timing, I haven't changed it to the GMT timing yet. Let me just do it quickly now. Just be a short moment. I do it now immediately. Yeah, I mean, I want to also make sure we get it correct. Just give me a moment, yeah? Just give me about 30 seconds or so. Okay, hold on a minute. Yeah, the thing is this, when I was like telling people that, you know, we just have to concentrate on certain things in the market. We don't need to trade every time, but we need to just trade properly once and for all. And that's what I meant, yeah? Okay, just give me a moment. Almost there. There we go. Now, some people ask me where I get this data from. It's pretty simple. You just have to go to investing.com under calendar. Now, this is what we have right now. So what we have is that today at 11 p.m. Singapore time, we will have Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell testifying. So I'm sure he's going to come up with some important information and share with us. Then, of course, we have the pending home sales, which happen to come at the same time. Then tomorrow, Jerome Powell continue to talk. Wow, 2 days of talking. And of course, consumer confidence is the next. So in my point is this, definitely with him talking, the market will stabilize. That's why today, this morning, when the market opens, right, many people are calling for sell. We were calling for buy instead, because we know that likely the market will be trading higher instead, yeah? Then of course, on Wednesday, we have our ADP figure already. On Wednesday, ADP figure is supposed to be lower forecast. Then, of course, on Thursday, we have the initial jobless claim. And Friday, we have a non-farm payroll. And the market is seemingly looking at about the same figure as the last night. Yeah, so all these are important information that we need to take note of that. Okay, let me just update over here. Quick one. Okay, so I updated already. Okay, I've updated everything already. So this is the latest data. So you can see that. So this week is going to be a very big week for traders. You need to be on standby. Yeah, things can get pretty interesting as we go along. Okay, so now look at this chart. Now this chart looks super flat, right? Because it's like totally like a noodle lying on the flat ground. But actually, what's happening is that the market has lost nearly 900 to 1,000 points already. Now at the lowest level here, it was down by 1,000 points. It was down by 1,000 points when it was here. So that means that from the yesterday's closing all the way down here. So that's why the market gave a big gap down, yeah? So of course, what actually led to this big sell-off on a Friday? Well, we can see that it was because of the new COVID variant, all right? So take a look. So basically, the new COVID variant found in South Africa triggered this more entire global shift. And of course, the word you use is global. That means that many people got affected. Yeah, many people got affected. And of course, what happened at the same time, you can see that it's actually the biggest drop in by percentage in 2021. Right, this is the biggest. Excuse me. This is the biggest drop in the market, and it was because of this new COVID-19 variant. Now, if you look carefully, this new variant contained more mutation to spike protein, the component of virus that binds to cell, than the highly contagious Delta variant. Okay. Now, this mutation itself, the scientists fear that it may increase resistance to vaccine. So the only thing is this virus doesn't really hurt, but it's more like resistant towards the vaccine. So it's going to cause some unhappiness and people getting sick, but it doesn't really kill. So that is the thing here. But because of the global media and the selling of the market and a very slightly trading day, this created and cratered the market. So it was not the variant that really created a problem, but it's more everybody seemingly coordinately do this selling together. And of course, we can see Japan, Hong Kong, all down by 2%, Germany down by as much as 4%, because Germany is very close to having a potential lockdown, because we have seen Austria do a lockdown, Slovakia is still considering, Germany, UK. So all these doesn't look good. And of course, the CBOE volatility index should pass to 28 itself. Now, we do expect it to pull back later today, because now it seems that globally the market seems to like relax a little bit. So, but then again, this is a good time to take some profit. Yeah. So traders, watch out for it. And of course, crude oil is one of the one. It went down so much, it went down by 12%. And we keep on saying that this is a good time. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, and of course, all the travel-related stocks as well, right, were all being hit, like Carnival, Royal Caribbean, you know, Airlines, American Airlines, all these Boeing all got hit on Friday. Yeah. So I do expect them to recover a little bit, but of course, unless the variant means to change, mutate, and turns even more scary than COVID, then this is going to be really the black swan event. Yeah, and that will really be a big, big problem. But until then, we don't want to speculate. So of course, on the flip side, right, there's always some people who benefit from this, and who benefited. Of course, all the vaccine makers are. So Moderna shares went up by 20%. Oh my goodness. Pfizer 6.1. What's Moderna say that they will be able to do that to get the vaccine up? And of course, Zoom, Peloton, all of them all went up, because they're now going to be like, you know, again, they stay home counters to watch out for. Now, do note Friday was a shortened trading day because of Thanksgiving holiday. And of course, usually it's a very upside day, but apparently I told you before in trading, when everybody says it's going to be upside, opposite will usually happen. And truth be told, it really happened, okay? But still, some of the investment houses are saying that this is actually a very good time to buy more. Now, I will tell you later on how I see this chart later. When I do the charting, right, I want you to get already your pen and paper and calculators on standby. I will tell you some of the key numbers to watch out for this market, yeah? So you can actually take care and know exactly where's the turning point or where it's an add-on point. You need to take note of that, pen, paper, and calculator, yeah? So that's what you need. So of course, to year to date, we are still very much in the upside now, even though the market pulled back from the 25% mark. We're still up by 20% for the Dow Jones, S&P, and the Nasdaq, and we're up by 14% for the Dow Jones for this year, start of the year until now. So still pretty good. Now, it will be very bad or scary if the whole thing erased back to the zero mark, because that means that all the money spent over the last few months is going to be wasted. Yeah, so I don't think so. So let's take a look. So in terms of our chart, this is what happened on Friday. Now, I was expecting a relaxed day. Trust me. I was expecting the market to be a very relaxed day. But when I saw the opening price here itself, right, I say we have a trouble, right? Let me explain to you why. Okay, just let me take up my indicator. So for those who are our TWB student, you will know that this was an Omega day. Now, Omega day itself, right, is basically very simple. I'm going to tell you up front. It's when we use a Pacific broker to look at the market, we will check the opening price and we correlate with the high and low. And of course, when we saw it, we know that on Friday was a very big day to look out for potential selling. Yeah, let me show to you now live in person. Take a look. Okay, can you see now, everybody? Can you take a look here on the screen right now? You can see that, right? On Friday, when the market opens here, we have our Omega sign appearing on our screen. That means as early as 7 a.m. in the morning, we can already know that something is wrong. By 8 a.m., the confirmation came in. At 8 a.m., the confirmation came in, and we know that the market is going to sell. And of course, do we have enough information? Well, I already told you guys the KSI was turning red the last few days. So when the market was pumping up, we all know that if the market is going up, but the KSI is going down, usually once the market breaks the previous low, it will be a sell. So when the market break the previous low and the Omega sign was there, oh my goodness, we know that the market is going to sell. And of course, I know the market will crash out so much. Honestly, I didn't expect it to happen. But undeniable, like I say, undeniable, we know that the number was 95%. Yeah. From the all-time high level, we know that the 95% mark was 34,729. And of course, what happened is the market really hit this point, and then now it's recovered. Now the Dow Jones is trading at 35,165. So again, the 5% mark always seems to work. Whenever the market pull back down to 5% mark, there will be always the first rebound. There is always the first rebound, and it really happened. Yeah. So later on, when we are talking about this, watch out for the numbers because you don't want to miss the next big number. Yeah, for the Dow Jones. So you got the idea. So the Dow Jones collapsed, and from the MLP 35,834, it travels down, broke below pivot 2 at 35,702, and then after that it went all the way down. And obviously our BNB was given. Remember, our BNB, we say it is too short, right, at this point. So this point itself was about basically 35,580 level. So we say that if the market is to come down, it will break at least 500 points to 35,054, and the Dow Jones really slammed down by 500 points. So that's the reason why many students on Friday has made quite a bit of money. I know a couple of students, or couple in fact, they made about $14,000 just on Friday alone. Yeah, 14,000 US dollars. I'm waiting for them to send me their so-called statement, but I think it's pretty clear. So the Dow Jones, when it was coming down, remember we tell you this, once the market loses KTR -3, no matter how to buy, it's very dangerous. And truth be told, when the market is below opening price and below pivot 2, this is a classic sign to sell. And of course, if the market goes below KTR -3, confirm the selling will last the whole day. And truth be told, the selling lasted until to the closing bell itself. So this is why you need to have the TWB system. Traditional indicator will tell you to buy, maybe buy here, buy here, or buy here. And then after that, when the price goes lower, they get caught, right? So now you understand why certain time you cannot use the conventional indicator. Certain time you have to understand how to use the TWB system. So TWB system shows very clear part. When the market is between the two pivot, you can do normal trading. But once the market go past pivot 1 and above OP, usually the upside will continue to last, and vice versa. If the market is below OP and below pivot 2, the selling will last quite a bit. Do you remember that? For all my students who are online reviewing right now, if you remember that I said this before, please key number 1. If you remember that I said this before, please key number 1, and let everybody see that you guys know that you are, when the market is below OP and below pivot 2, please don't go and buy, because a lot of people went to buy on Friday. Then after that, when the market collapsed down again, they lost quite a bit of money. I don't know about non-TWB student or people with other schools, or people who just doesn't believe that selling can go lower. Yeah. So for my student, please, if you can remember that, please key number 1 right now into the group chat so that other people can take a look. Now, of course, for gold, it was crazy. Now, listen to me, for gold, this is going to be very crazy important. Now, gold was a doji on Thursday. So we know that it will likely be a directional day on Friday. So when gold opened, you can see it stabilized at 1788, which is what the opening price of the day is. So the opening price and MLP was exactly the same price. So we know that once the market stays above OP, like example 1789, 1790, it was a buy. Straight away, it was so simple. So what happened? The first technical point was 1798. These numbers are all being available for you once the market opened. Yeah? You don't need to draw any more things already. So the first target from 1789, it was supposed to be 1798. Then after that, once the market crossed 1798, you notice that the next number that's available on our screen is 1818. Now gold went up all the way to 1815, and then because of fundamental reason, gold pulled back all the way down. But what I'm trying to say is this: if you have followed through the first part and you buy gold, you will make profit at 1798. Then after, if you held on a bit more, yeah, maybe a 1812, 1813, you know, on hindsight, you should take some profit along the way. But nonetheless, very important thing is this. Do understand we have 3 doji today. Yes, we have doji on Thursday, doji on Friday, we have doji on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 3 dojis at the same time during on a chart. So now the last time we see a triple doji, wow, gold price actually moved in a very big fashion, easily between $50 or minus $50 at least, okay? So traders, please stand by. There is a chance to make a lot of money from the market just as long as you follow the OP of today, yeah? The OP of today. So that's what's the OP of today. Let's take a look at the market right now. Now this is gold price this morning. Now gold this morning, the opening price is gold is silver. Hold on here. Now gold this morning, okay, the opening price is about 1788 level, yeah. And now gold is now trading higher at 1795. Because I tell you, once it stays above OP for today, any color change from red to yellow is a buy, red to yellow is a buy. Yeah, can you see that? So as long as you actually know the TWB system by heart, right, you will know exactly what to do. Yeah, congratulations for those who remember that. Okay, those who key one, thank you very much. I'll give you all the likes I can have for you. Wow, today we have quite a bit of people online, yeah? More than 66 already. Wow, okay, incredible. Okay, so now with the market doing this, what will gold will go up to this point, 1798 first. It will go there. Why? Because that is how I believe in my system. Now, only if we travel past 1798, then maybe we can see 1802. But, yeah? Look at the KSI. The KSI is red, it's uptick, right? So the upside for gold will be limited. So maximum, I think we can see is 1798. If you really want to force it in, the most 1802. But 1802, once you hit, you must take profit already, because most likely after you hit 1802, and if you cannot go any higher, it will pull back again. Yeah, it will pull back again. So traders who are long, do take profit at 1798 or 1802. These two numbers, very, very important. Yeah. Okay, so this is what happened to gold price intraday. The gold price stays above MLP, went all the way up to pivot 1. Remember this, I told you before. As long as the market stays above OP and above pivot 1, all the CCRY can buy. You see, once you buy, CCRY means red to color change. From red to yellow is a buy. You can see very simple. As long as above OP, above pivot 1, CCRY just buy. This is one of my best trading technique out of the 4 of them. As long as just follow through, this is called classic. But once you hit the high level, you notice you hit the KTR plus 3. Now, once the system show that it hit KTR plus 3, usually without traders to be very careful. If the market breaks down, breaks below KTR plus 3, most likely it will come down. And why? Because the KSI on the day chart was red. So the market came all the way down to KTR minus 1 before it bottomed out. And again, all these KTRs, pivots, levels are all self-calculated by the system. You just have to follow through and trade accordingly. You don't need to draw anything else. No need to guess, no need to crack your brain, just have to follow. Yeah. Okay, so what we have is that we already seen this thing from China, from the market already about this variant. Let's just do one more time on this. So WHO labeled this new variant as Omicron, and it's a variant of concern and increase the reinfection risk. And of course, the thing is this, there are actually 50 mutations. Then 30 of these are spike protein, which that region of interact with human cells prior to cell entry. Yeah. So at the moment now, right, you can see that there are many permutations. So there's seriously a lot of things that we have not seen yet, not confirmed yet. We have to be very careful. And of course, FYI, there's more than 100 Omicron's variant genomes that's been identified in South Africa. So seriously, I mean, kind of like you must understand how come out of nowhere South Africa have all these things at the same time. Yeah. So of course, what led to that? Crude oil plunge. Now, crude oil basically came down because now people are worried that there will be no more people working. And of course, it's like a repeat of what happened in 2020, whereby the crude oil price just plunged. And of course, the main thing is this: it came down because of the people getting worried about the what do you call the employment, the logistics, and stuff like that. Yeah, because of the worries, they felt that the surplus will actually swell and stuff like that. So because of all these, the Omicron, it created all these problems across the whole world. But again, I say this is going to be temporary. I believe that the market will recover pretty soon once they have finished the selling. Yeah. So of course, any important market information share with you? Well, basically, we don't have for today because Friday was a half day. But of course, there's some key important information like Pfizer and BioNTech is trying their best to come up with the vaccine for this. And Turkey itself, right, is in great serious trouble. And of course, WHO regarding about this Omicron, and Bitcoin actually technically entered the bear territory when it goes below by more than 20% from the high. Yeah, so that's what happened. Yeah. Now, remember, I did say I shared this with you. I told you guys based on the seasonal pattern, usually Wednesday and Friday, the market should be good. But instead, I actually am telling you, when everybody is talking about the same thing, you're going to be very careful. And truth be told, we see that Wednesday and Friday, the market actually went up first a little bit. Then on Thursday and Friday, the selling was so hard that everybody almost gave up. Yeah. So that was, again, seasonal pattern, good to use, but it also works both ways. If everybody says a good day to buy, then maybe you should look for a good day to sell instead. Yeah, being a contrary when everything's on one side. Okay, so this is the VIX that I showed you guys previously back then. I think this one was shown last week, and I told you VIX hit 20.95, and then it came back down to 18.58. I told you that wait for a while, VIX will go up, and truth be told, look at it. My goodness, in a single day, the VIX rocketed and hit 28.62. Of course, can it go higher? It is possible. But like I say, now because of the VIX jumping so much by 50%, I think it's a good idea to take some profit first. Yeah, it's a pretty good idea to take some profit. Now remember, I told you about this fear greed index that's on CNN. I told you the time itself, right, was 86 to 82, and I told you before that this is going to be scary. On that time was 17 November, and you can see I draw for you that were 3 instances when the market hit the high, the market usually fall. So when I was sharing this information itself, some people laugh at me and say that, hey, Cal, it didn't work. I think this is wrong. So I just kept quiet. I don't want to defend myself because it's pointless. And look at it now, everybody. Take a look. This is what you can see for yourself, yeah? Look at it now. The fear and greed index has went back down to 31. Wow, 31. Now, the last time when it recovered, it was 32. So from 32, it went to 86. So now it's back to 31, right? What do you think we should do for the market? And if you forget, right, this is the chart. Now, the chart that I showed you earlier was where I told you guys it's time to buy some VIX around this area. Now, that was the time when I asked you to buy VIX was here. And the time when it go up to this point, the fear and greed indicator was at the high. I said that it's time to buy some VIX. And of course, VIX has given us profit. Now the fear and greed indicator has came back down to about 32, right? Now the last time we see 32, let's take a look, yeah? First of all, usually the best time to buy is around here. That's 11. That's the best time to buy. The second best is somewhere around here, which is near to between 20 to 25. So we are almost there, 20, 25, because every time hit 25 only, the market recover, 25 recover, 25 recover, and likely this time around we'll see recovery. So traders, if let's say the fear and greed index hit 25, then maybe just take a look at some of the better down stocks. Yeah, it could be a very good time to enter into the market. Okay, so that is what happened for the fear greed index. All clear? Everybody know that I know what am I looking at. So of course, if the market can come down to this point, let's say 20 or 21, well, that will be the best thing to happen for all of us. Yeah. Okay, all right, all clear on this. Now, if all okay, we will straight away proceed to the charting, where the bull goes moo, the bear goes grr, and the flamingo is different this time. Actually, it's never been different. Okay, guys, let's look at the market, shall we? Let's look at the market now. First of all, China. Now, China this morning gapped up. All right, pretty surprising, but not unexpected because China has been down for a couple of days. And of course, with the US stock futures recovering so much, China also gap up to be part of the game. But the thing is this, China is still below the 2 moving average. It's below, okay, it's below the MA 200, it's below the MA 30. So these two combined together means that the market, this particular market now itself will most likely be trading lower. Okay, so for China, there's a very strong support that it seems to be working again. Now this support itself is 15,340. So every time when the market hit 15,340, almost instantaneously, the next day or the day itself, the market goes up. So now what we're seeing right now indeed is happening because it's live market. The market really hit this point, 15,340, and again repeated going up. So well, this means that the market will go the same way as what happened before. I honestly am not too sure, but it's all possible, yeah? So watch out for this. Now, of course, if the market loses this 15,340, then the selling could be really drastic, yeah? So traders, kindly take note of that. Okay, cool, understand? Yep. Okay, so once we look at China, let's look at Hong Kong, shall we? Now, Hong Kong already triggered down and given us a profit at 24,016. So now the thing is Hong Kong this morning when it opened, right? Let me take a look. This morning when it opens, it was actually below the pivot 1. Okay, pivot 2, where is it? Let's take a look. The opening price is here. The pivot 1 and pivot 2 is, that means that the OP today is between the pivot and pivot 2. So by right, when the market goes above OP and pivot 1 and above MLP, of course, we should see further upside. So what did we see? Did it happen? Well, take a look, everybody. Well, the market really stays above OP and then went all the way up to KTR plus 3 beautifully. And this KTR plus 3 happened to be the day high of the day. Can you see that? The star is there. So this BNB is a day high of the day at the same time. So of course, you just have to turn short. And this is what happened to the market. It went all the way down, then broke below OP at the same time. Yeah. Okay, so what we know is that will this continue the next few days? Let's take a look at the day chart again. Okay, so you can see on the screen right now, the opening price is below the pivot 1. If you can cross past pivot 1, then yes, it will test the MLP at 24,051. And if all is good, then of course there is a chance for it to go higher. But at the moment now for Hang Seng, after 2 hours of trading, it's still fidgeting at the opening price of the day. Now this is not a very good sign because if the market is full of buyers, it should be able to stay above OP. But it went up for a while and then it gave back all the profit. So now this is where we start our first thing really, everybody. Now what you need to do is this, watch the screen right now. Look at this. This is the entire day the market came down, right? Using the opening to the closing. So what you need to do is this. Okay. What you need to do is this. You take the opening price and the day opening price and closing, which is the MLP, divide by 2. You get this figure, right? 24,051. Yeah. For all our TWB students, you don't need to do that, but you need to write down this number. This number is critical. Yeah. I want to write it down for you. Hang Seng MLP is 24,051. Yeah. Now, why do we need to do that? That means very important, guys. You just think about this. Okay, just imagine the market opens on Friday, open, then you go all the way down. Yeah, that means and it closed near the low. This is the closing. So you take the opening to the closing and divide by 2, right? This is like a pivotal point. If the like going for a war, if the market is strong enough, it will overwhelm the enemy and then go higher, right? So that is what I meant, taking the MLP in consideration. But if the market touches the MLP and then fail and return back to the base, wow, this will sell down again. You understand? This will sell down again. So in short, I'm trying to explain to you this. Today's MLP for all the market, and those are the very big movement down, right? It's so critical, it's so important. Write it down. It will be a very strong resistance or support for all of us. Yeah, very, very important. Take it down, huh? Okay, that's why today MAO will be very interesting. So now you see MLP is 24,051. If you look carefully, if I go to the 5-minute chart, right, you will see the phenomena. See that? So initially the market stays above the MLP, so it stays up. But once it failed and come back down, that means that you rejected the market. Wow, look at the selling, it's crazy. Okay, so what I'm trying to explain to you is MLP is so important. You don't want to misunderstand how you utilize it. Trade according to the rules, you should be fine. Yeah. So that is the Hang Seng for you. So for Hang Seng, in my opinion, if Hang Seng fail to stay up, all right, then it will likely going down all the way to this point here itself. Yeah. But of course, if the market can break the MLP, then maybe it may test back again to 24,350 level. Yeah. So take a look at this. This is the Hang Seng chart for time being. Okay, so we're done with Hang Seng. Let's look at the other market. Let's say Dow Jones. Now, Dow Jones MLP, take note, is 35,268. I believe that later on the market will touch it. I believe later the market will touch this figure. Yeah, because this morning when it opened, right, it was here and opening price was 34,817. Right, once it opened, straight away it went up to the MA 200 level, which is 34,949. So by right, when the market hit MA, you should touch and come down, right? But it didn't. It basically went past it, in fact. So because of that, the most likely is going to go to the next figure, and the next figure is 35,268. Yeah. Now on the flip side, what if the market comes down? Now, if the market goes up and come down and break this level here, right? Then of course, it may go down even lower. So the first level it should be going down will be the low of the big black bar down, or red bar in this case. But I believe that it may travel all the way down to 34,364 level. Yeah. So traders, watch out for this. Okay, watch out for this unless the market really want to sell down all the way to the next few levels. Yeah. Okay, so that is the Dow Jones. Let's look at the Nasdaq, shall we? This is the Nasdaq. Now, Nasdaq this morning have already crossed the MLP. The MLP is 16,235, and the market already crossed the MLP. So that shows the very strong, powerful buying rationale. But more important is this, the opening price. The opening price was here. It was very near the pivot one. So once the market stays above OP and pivot one, by right, it's already a buy. Yeah, only for this TWB student will know how important this classic trade is all about. So you look at the intraday chart, you will see a lot of interesting stuff. Can you see that? So first of all, you have your opening price, and the previous one, CCRY, was a buy. So this is where you enter long. And of course, you went all the way up to MLP, right? So all these are taken out. Now, the thing is that when it comes to this 2 point, it just tell you that the market hit a high of the day with a BMB. All right, just take note of that. All right, so that was what happened for the Nasdaq today. All right, so Nasdaq, as long as it stays up, shouldn't be any more further downside. Yeah. Okay, so that's Nasdaq for you. How about the S&P 500? Now, S&P 500 is recovering very strongly. Last Friday it sell down, but today it recovered. But there's something to take note of. There's a form of resistance at 46.50 and 46.65. All right, so I kind of believe that the S&P 500 might be able to reach these 2 points first. Then after that, it may pull back, as what I suspect it may happen. Yeah. So traders, just see whether does it happen tomorrow for the S&P 500. Which number again? Are you referring to? Jin Ho? For which one? Which market are you referring to? All right, I'm going to give you all the numbers again. One, Nasdaq number. Wait, just give me a moment. Okay, key down again. Dow Jones, the MLP is at 35,268. The Nasdaq MLP 16,235. And the S&P 500 4650. Now all these numbers will not change. MLP will change, but these numbers that belongs to this plus Friday will not change, right? So this will be all the very important technical level that you must watch for coming few days. If the market stays above this technical point, it will go higher, like what you're seeing right now, like the Nasdaq now, it has already went higher. Yeah, above the MLP at 16235. So that's why it's moving higher. And because of the its opening price above pivot 1 is even stronger. S&P also do the same thing. The opening price is actually above the pivot 1. Now, when the market opens above pivot 1, right, it's a very bullish signal. So that's why this morning when a lot of non-students, traders call for sell in S&P and Dow Jones, right, I kind of like got very amazed by it because they don't know that today is a buy. For us itself, right, we cover our shorts and we turn long in the market because we already know that when the market opens above pivot 1 and stays above the opening price, is always a buy. Always. Okay, we have not changed our thing for a long while. We know that it's always a buy. Let me show you the chart here. You can see that this is a 50-minute chart. Once the market opens only, the market shoot all the way up. Anytime itself, if you shorten the market, you'll be in serious trouble. Yeah. So all these tells and speaks volume for our trading. Okay, so that was what happened. How about Nikkei? The Nikkei plunged on Friday. I told you the Nikkei will plunge. And now you see again the MLP, right? The MLP for this entire week itself is 828,736. But look at the Nikkei. It really went up to 736. And then after that, it hit only pullback. So again, this tells you that the power of MLP. So if you look at MLP during the intraday, you will see very clearly that the Nikkei initially was good all the way up. And then when it hit the MLP, you notice that it just couldn't find a way up. And that's why now it's coming down. Now, all these levels are drawn by the system. We don't need to draw. So you can see how accurate is this. You just have to follow through and trade according to plan. Yep. Okay, so that's the Nikkei. Now for DAX, take note. The DAX MLP, that was yesterday, so we haven't finalized with today's data yet, but the concept is still the same for DAX. Now for crude oil, all right, crude oil, I already tell you, guys, crude oil, if you come down to $67 plus can all take, right? Remember? Okay, when the crude oil came down to all the way to here itself, I say that about $67 you can go in to collect. Yeah. Now the thing is I believe that after you done that itself, the market will stop for a while, and if the market stays up, the market will test back the MLP again, and that's $72.97. Yeah. Okay. Watch out for this down at 71.55. I believe that the crude oil may purposely go and touch this 72.97 level first. Then maybe it can come down again. I still believe that December month should see more selling in crude oil. Personally, if you ask me about crude oil, let me just share with you. Well, you look at it, the chocolate bar that's been available. So the next available one is actually here. Yeah, $65. I believe that crude oil has to go down all the way to $65 so that you can finally be more comfortable to people who are investing. Yeah, so watch out for that. I'm looking at the market to go down to about 65 level before it recovers. Yeah, now it's only 71.56. Today is a buy, but I don't think it will stay long. It will stay up for too long. Yep. Okay, so take note of that. The MLP for Crude MLP 73, 22. Wow, we have to see. Yeah, MLP is 72.97. Now, for those who are using a TWB system, don't forget after today, the day completed, right? The MLP will change. The MLP now you're using is to write it down somewhere so that you will know it's a form of resistance or support in a longer scale itself. Yeah, you're using it in a different method. Don't just keep on following that number that we just shared. Yep. Okay, the one that TP level are based on all the chocolate bar or the KCB. Okay, we have covered all the indices. Let's look at the gold market right now. Gold. Now, gold for it itself is triple doji, which means that likely with a BNB at the back now, that means that for gold, very easy. If the gold price can break away from 1817, it will go all the way to 1850, and that should be one of the most powerful call. On the flip note, if the market really comes down and it breaks below 1790 comfort zone, okay, likely it will go all the way down to this point here, which is about 17,458. Yeah, 17. Yeah, 1745.8. 1745.80. All right, 1745.8. Yeah, can't see the decimal point over there. Okay, so that is the gold view itself. Okay, if it goes down, it may go all the way down to 1745. But at the moment now, I believe that gold should be able to tap on 1798 level. Yeah, it should be able to go there rather easily. Okay, so watch out for gold. And then we look at silver. Now, silver, I already told you guys, it's a good time to wait for a while. Now, silver, we have a very strong KCB at this price here at 2308. This is the price to watch out for. Now, yes, it has stabilized twice, on Friday and today. So MLP for silver is 2336. Yeah. So watch out for this. Now it's trading above the MLP. It should be able to go higher to test the pivot 2 level. Now today, silver is an inverse pivot. Inverse pivot means that pivot 1 and pivot 2 switch places. That means that if the market is drawing towards it, it will draw towards the pivot 2 in this case. So that's why I say silver most likely will be drawn upwards to $23.52 today. Okay. Okay, yeah. So that is silver. So I done silver, I done this, I done crude oil. Okay, so now let's look at the last two, and that will be the Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, I already tell you Ethereum will see selling, and what happened on Friday, Ethereum banged all the way down to below 4,000. Yeah, and this is going to be a very big movement. Now, very simple, everybody take a piece of paper and write it down. Now, there is a very important level for this Ethereum at 3907. Okay, 3900 is a very important level. If the market for Ethereum breaks below it, it will likely go down all the way to 3289 level for Ethereum. Now, if Ethereum can stabilize and break above 4362, then it may challenge all the KCB point here itself. Okay, so my view is this. I already told you Bitcoin, Ethereum is too high recently. A pullback is a possible happening. So if the later on, as the market fizzles out, it may, if it goes down below 3900, it may really go down all the way to this point here. Yeah. So traders kindly take note of that. Just give a moment from the Yeah, here you go. Okay, look at the boys are buying and the blue bars are there. So a bit of like big signal, but definitely it's right. Ethereum and Bitcoin are the really hot properties and assets that people want to get their hand onto. Now this is the Bitcoin. It looks a bit different. Now Bitcoin already shown you that once it loses the BNB level within 3 to 4 days, it will reach, and you can see that the way how beautiful it is. It really hit that point and then rebounded. So that's why you really need to know how to use the BNB. So with all the BNB now, you can realize that the market had been hanging at the BNB level extension at a very long time already. So this is not a good sign because the market, the way it keep on hanging there itself means that the bigger movement coming in. So what that means that if the gold price goes up, it will actually be all the way up. So vice versa, the MLP is 56,674. So if the market ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, right? Okay, eventually you have to choose one particular direction. Yep, so that is what's happening right now for the market for this Bitcoin. So for Bitcoin, my personal view is the upside is about 60,000. The downside, in my opinion, is right, should be going down to 51,400. Yeah, for upside is 60,000 and the downside is 51,400 level. Okay. All right. So with that, it's all right. I finished the MAO. And I want to just repeat myself one more time before we leave. Remember, how do we do that? So take note again, the MLP for Dow Jones today is 35,268. I believe that when the European market open, it will go towards that. It will trigger it. Then whether or not you stay there, we won't know. But at least the upside seemingly, most likely, will go towards there, 35,268 level. I think that the market will purposely open and test it before coming down. My personal view. Okay, all right, that will be all for today. I hope you like my MAO. Like I say, I only do live sharing on Monday for public members. Other days is all right. It will be for students from Tuesday to Thursday. They will get to hear me live in person. So if you think that my sharing is a lot of sense and you want to be part of us, contact us through Facebook. We'll be there to assist you. Okay, all right, that will be all for today. Thank you very much. Have a great day. All right, take care. Stay safe. Bye-bye.